Greetings and welcome to this presentation on the issue of issues. This is the first presentation of the series, The Desire of All Ages. This is for 21 hours, and yes, the entire series is free of any costs. Spreading peace, harmony, and happiness is the objective of the entire series. This demands participants are empowered with sound doctrines that make up the belief system and therefore their personality, and this includes reproof, correction, and instruction. For continuous improvement in doctrines, in reproof, in correction, and in instruction, your feedback is vital for us. We are accessible on WhatsApp and email. Please remember to write to us. Now let's jumpstart with our presentation on the issue of issues. For our coverage, we will begin with our situation, followed by the reason for our situation. Then we'll look at the desire of all ages, and we'll end with the issue of all issues that needs to be addressed to fulfill the desire of all ages. The global issues have so impacted personal lives that individuals are focused on addressing their personal issues. The large majority, including the educated, knowingly or unknowingly, are making decisions that are aggravating the global issues. In the last 200 years, just 200 years, in the name of progress and development, we have destroyed our earth as never before. Today, we can see injustice at every level. Even the basic necessities of life like water, air, and food are polluted. There is deforestation, climate change, there is extinction of species. It's sad to know birds and fishes are committing suicide, and there's wars and rumors of wars. We also have the pandemic of corona today, but the real pandemic is one of physical, mental, and moral pandemic. This is the root cause for all the injustice, pollution, deforestation, climate change, extinction, and wars that have caused much bloodshed. While these are the global issues, what are the personal issues? The list is large, but these can be categorized under riches, fame, and power, education, employment, and career, relationships, organization, and leadership, mind, character, and personality, health, fitness, and healing, peace, harmony, and happiness. An understanding of all these things seem to evolve with age, experience, and achievement. Now the question is, what is the reason behind all this? What has led to all this? Let's look at the next slide. We will agree that we humans are not absolute in wisdom. We are not absolute in knowledge. We are not absolute in understanding, and that we are not absolute in abilities. And therefore, in any subject that we can imagine, there are numerous options. Not being absolute in wisdom, numerous options causes despair. Each option has a lot of truth in it, meaning there is a little error. In other words, a lot of truth is a deception. And therefore, there are numerous deceptions. Everybody can come with their own testimonials because of the presence of truth. And we not being absolute in knowledge, there is distrust. And with every deception, there is numerous perception. And we not being absolute in understanding, this numerous perception creates conflicts. Now, with the constraints of time and abilities, and for us to fulfill our responsibilities, we'll land up being brainwashed. We can be brainwashed by others, or we will brainwash ourselves to fulfill these responsibilities with limited resources. We can have numerous concepts within ourselves, and then we pick up one and brainwash ourselves to be following it in order to fulfill our responsibilities. In other words, we have become slaves. For each perception, therefore, there are numerous masters. In this situation, we cannot rely on our education. We cannot rely on our employment. We cannot rely on our relationships. We cannot rely on our experience. We cannot rely on our achievements. We cannot rely on our recognitions and our awards. We cannot rely on our culture and tradition. And we can even not rely on our belief system. This one irrespective of our motives. We are not questioning anybody's motives, even with good motives. This is our experience. We have now looked at the global as well as the personal issues. We have considered the reason behind them. In this situation, what is our desire? Let's look at the next slide. When we are clear about our experience, our expectations become obvious too. When our experience is numerous despairing options, our need is one pathway of hope. When our experience is numerous distrustful deceptions, our need is one standard of faith. When our experience is numerous conflicting perceptions, our need is one nature of love. When our experience is numerous enslaving masters, our need is one empowering personality. Now the question is, what is stopping us from moving from despair to hope, distrust to faith, conflicts to love, and from being slaves to those who will be a blessing to many? The next slide will answer this. We have seen that in any subject, we have numerous options, numerous deceptions, numerous perceptions, and numerous brainwashes. This is because we humans are not absolute in wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and in our abilities. And therefore, we cannot rely on our education, employment, relationships, experience, achievements, recognitions, cultures, traditions, and even our own belief system. We have also realized anything that is almost right is a mere deception because of the presence of error in it. Little the error, greater is the deception. Now comes the questions of all questions, the issue of all issues. How to always discern the right from that which is almost right, such as to consistently make right decisions. Repeating, how to always discern the right from that which is almost right, such as to consistently make right decisions. When we talk about decisions, we need to consider the options. This leads to the next presentation in this free series, 21-hour series, The Desire of All Ages. The second in this series, our options. Yes, to be notified of this coming presentation, we request you to hit the subscribe button. And not to forget, your feedback is vital for us to continuously improve on doctrines, reproof, correction, and instruction. We are accessible on WhatsApp and email. Please remember to write to us. Looking forward to your communication. Thank you very much.